Welcome back inside the WCBL studios. I'm your content host for the season, Clark Monroe, here with IKS Media. And today we continue our preseason coverage as we talk to your favorite coaches from around the WCBL, get some behind the scenes look at your favorite team. And today we're going to be joined by Pothakos of the Regina Red Sox. Rye, thanks for joining us today.
To it.
So before we dive into the Red Sox talk, Rye, I thought maybe we'll talk about you a little bit first. First of all, where can we find you today, and what have you been up to over the off season so far?
Well, I live in Saskatoon, so I'm just getting ready to pack up here to move into Regina. The off season, spent a little time overseas in Greece. Returned for a few weeks, and then just got back from Detroit, where I'm an advisor and assistant scouting director there for the United Shores Professional Baseball League as well. So I'm 24/7 baseball, 365 days a year. So.
That's living the dream, some would say, Rye. So I was reading earlier that you've actually been a part of the Greek national team. You coached them for several seasons. What was that experience like for you, and what were some of the biggest takeaways you got from that experience?
Oh, it was great, to put on it, to represent your country and of origin was a great honor and a humbling experience. One thing I took away from it is that baseball is growing across the world, and there's some good baseball in Europe. Italy, Bulgaria, Serbia, France, Germany. I mean, it's very, very a lot better than a lot of people think, and they have some great facilities as well.
Yeah, it's definitely great to see all the booming nations across the country or across the world really growing in the sport of baseball and seeing some really cool stuff coming up from countries like Greece and others like you mentioned. So, Rye, I'm just some background for me. I'm from Regina myself. So earlier we were talking to the coach from the Energy City Cactus Rats, it's obviously the Edmonton Prospects moving just out of town to Spruce Grove. And they have a brand new facility, brand new stadium coming in, and it's going to be a really big thing this year. And I know here in Regina, there's been a lot of talk about a new stadium or a new facility for the Red Sox. But if just for fun, we don't have to actually talk about too much about the funding and all the stuff that goes into it. But for fun, if they came to you, Rye, and said, "What's one thing that Rye Pothakos would love to include in this stadium?" It could be type of food. It could be a thing for the team itself, like a bullpen or something special, a decoration. What's one thing that you would say, "I need this in this new stadium. It has to happen"?
I think a location is key. If it could be downtown, would be great, and then also incorporate a field house of some sort where we can train baseball all year round. There's a number of academies in Regina. Martin Academy to name one, RBI, a number of others inside pitch. I think the facility would be well utilized, and then I think a ballpark downtown would kind of revitalize that whole area and be something in the entertainment district that would tie everything together.
No, you're speaking my language, right? That's exactly what I would say. Great answer. I also do some work with RBI, so I'm glad you said RBI. We can plug them. That's a free plug for you guys at RBI. Uh, so, if I were to ask you, Rye, what's a prototypical Rye Pothakos team look like? What kind of coaching style or approach would you say you bring to the game of baseball as a coach?
Well, when I'm recruiting, I like to build up the middle, so I'm looking for older catcher. Um, I'm looking for some quality elite arms up the middle and your center fielder. So, and we'll plug in the power in the corners. Summer ball is a little different than other teams to coach. I think you need to have a good balance of fun and a good balance of competitiveness because um, we need the guys to have fun and create a culture in the clubhouse that they want to be there every day. So, and we appreciate the guys that choose to come to Regina. They have a lot of other options, and we want to make it a fun atmosphere and win some ball games.
Well, speaking of winning ball games, last year the Red Sox did win quite a few ball games, 38 and 18, first place in the East Division, but did lose to Moose Jaw in the first round of the playoffs. What lessons can you and the coaching staff take from last year's team and positively apply it to this year's team?
Well, we're going to have 15, 16 returners, so the culture will be there. We have some great leadership coming back. I'm looking forward to seeing all those guys. And the players that we've added to our roster are going to be great players. So what we can learn is, the game of baseball. You see something different every day. I don't know if you watched the first game or the second game. Something happens different every time, every game. You think you've seen it all. You could stay in it for 100 years, but something different always happens. So you have to be prepared for everything and anything. And we look forward to getting in the playoffs again. And our goal is to get there and win some ball games in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's one thing I can totally agree with is I've been playing baseball my whole life, and every single summer there is something you've never seen before that takes place. So it is a crazy sport in that regard. Speaking of the players, you mentioned a bunch of returning players. For the fans, who are some of the names coming back that you're really excited to get back into the lineup or in the rotation or the bullpen or anything like that?
Oh, we had Jackson Siring to lead the way on the offensive side. Great leadership there. Colton Anderson, Tyler Fortin, Nicholas Yard, Brady Bay, a local. Um, we have a number of others returning. We got some local guys. Otis Zanger is back. Uh, Colton Bank can be a new addition as a local. But we have a number of our returners.
That's fantastic. What about some of the new guys? I know you've been busy in the recruiting side of things as well. Is there a new name or two that the fans can really look forward to seeing?
Well, I think Jaden Kalora, he's a senior catcher from Nicholls State. He was their 3 and 4 hole hitter all year for Nicholls State, which is a competitive conference in Division One in Louisiana. So we're looking forward to him, and also our center fielder Raphael Jackson, who is a left-handed hitter. Matter of fact, he plays for the Virgin Islands WBC national team. So we're looking for some offense and some exciting baseball from him.
Sounds exciting. Yeah, that's awesome. So, if I were to come back, or if I were to tell you that I just came back from the future and everything went really, really well for the Red Sox this year, you made a really deep playoff run, maybe even won a championship. Fill in the blank for me here. What must have went right? Blank must have went right in order for all of that to happen. Everything went really great for the Red Sox this summer.
Well, it takes a lot to win any individual ball game, even in the regular season. So you know, good teams, you still need to be lucky. We need a little bit of luck. I think in the playoffs last year, one or two bounces here and there. We lost the first game 4-3, and we lost the second game 7-6. So you have to capitalize on your opportunities, and you got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good. So you need a little bit of luck. That's for sure.
Definitely. Well, Rye, appreciate the time today. Best of luck this season. I'll be at the stadium at the ballpark. Also, I'll probably run into you a couple times throughout the summer, but I'm sure we'll chat again down the road.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you so much.